Hey there everyone, my name is Pokeshop with the guys about games. Back with some more Pokemon Crystal. Ooh boy, this is gonna be, I don't know how this part's gonna go. Because this is gonna be kind of just me doing this and just kind of hoping that we end up running into Raitei and Koutei at some point. So basically, my strategy is to go to this route because because you can go between two different routes here. Is this the only place you can do this? I guess you can also do this in the farm routes, but I like this area because it's right smack dab in the middle. And so basically you can just alternate between the two routes, check if, you know, Entei and Raikkour are on the route. And if they're not, then you swap. You double check, let's see what's going on. Like they pass by the middle a lot because you know, another classic thing in this game where when you switch routes, they have they can only jump to adjacent routes to a certain point. I forget exactly how it works, but they don't just randomly go to any part of the map when you jump. Like they pick like a nearby area. The only time they'll jump like that is... Am I down here? Nice. Okay. The only time they'll do like a big jump is when like you fly or something like that. You have to do a certain thing. Alright, so we're gonna put on the Super Repel. By the way, so just so you know, here's my roamer catcher. Got Gengar with Mean Look, Hypnosis, Nightshade, and Curse here. And oh, I don't even remember what day is it. I guess yeah, this is good because Ben's March will make the encounter rate go higher. So I should have a better chance of getting it. I don't know if that's actually how that works, because Entei and Raikkour are kind of special. But I'm level 40, they're level 40, so let's go. Let me just double check that they didn't just like disappear the second I did anything. He's down here. Alright, if I check the map even. Wait! No, wait, that is Why did I think that... Damn it! Shit! I screwed the pooch on that one. Why did I think that was the same... Aw, man. That sucks. Unfortunately, I appear to have screwed myself. I didn't realize... I misread that is 37 up top, and then below is 36, which makes sense, but, you know, I had that brief moment of hope, because it's like, hey, I got lucky. Because this is 37 again, isn't it? God damn it. This is the only thing that sucks, is sometimes you get stuck in this loop where it's like they constantly are not in the right route, and there's really not much you can do about that. Like, I guess maybe, like, I could go to the farm route, but that doesn't solve the issue. You would really need, like, 3 routes to kind of try, like, not even, like, there just isn't really a good way to do this. This is the best way, I think, because you can go between the 2 routes, and most importantly, it's in the middle. So it's very likely they'll pop up here eventually, but sometimes they get stuck in this loop where they keep bouncing between the 3 areas up here, and they just do not ever show up when you're actually on... Like, you see me? Like, he keeps showing up when I'm not on 37, right? And now Entei is when I'm not on 36. Like, god damn it. Like, they're, like, perfectly, like, avoiding me. That sucks. This is, like, probably the best way to do it. What I'll do is every once in a while, it's like if I don't, if I haven't seen one of them, I'll just, like, I'll reset, obviously, to save my, repel, if I have used any, and, I'll also just, like, fly, to, like, kind of, you know, you force them to teleport around, and whatever you want to call it, right? You fly, basically, because it, like, kind of, like, makes them go, oh, okay. It makes them do it. In fact, I'm actually going to do that right now. We're just going to quickly do a Flappy Flu. Gonna go here, and we're just gonna fly to Ekritique. Just to kind of reset everything. No, not a random encounter. You're wasting my time here, Farfetch'd. Ah, man, look at that back sprite. Look at that grin he's got. It's a happy little feller. Alright. So, once again, we're gonna go right back into it. Fortunately, every time you reset, obviously, it, you know, you have to redo the Pokédex. I'm glad it does remember, because, like, as annoying as it is to have to do this, at least it remembers. Imagine if you had to go through the Pokédex manually every time. That'd be so annoying. Do. This is kind of the unfortunate thing, though, is this is kind of just... This is what makes this suck. Is that when you're actively looking for them, you kind of do just kind of have to just sit there and just grind out, ooh, I hope they show up when I'm on the right route. Ooh. Like right now, Raikou could go down to my route if he wants to, but he's not going to, is he? Nope. I swear they do this thing, like they never want to go straight to the route. They wait till I'm not on the route, and then they're on it. Like, I don't know if there's like any sort of like thing where they try to avoid your routes. Or if that's just like some sort of like, if that's just, you know, desire sensor, as it were. You know, that Monster Hunter term, where it's just, they just kind of happen to never end up when you actually want them to. Because the funny thing is, while I was doing, like, training up Ghastly to level 40, I gave him a bunch of Carbos to make him nice and fast so they wouldn't outspeed me. I actually ran into Entei while I was doing that. Of course I did, but I had nothing I could do to him, because I had Ghastly out in front, so it's like, it just like runs away. You also have to be careful, because obviously these two have Roar, so even if you mean look them, they might just like get you. And that's unfortunately another thing, is even if, it's like their moveset is so perfect for this. Like even if, like, and also look at this, see, once again, I go the wrong route. Sometimes it do be like that. But like, what else can you really do? I don't think going indoors helps. Dude, again, this is uncanny, I swear. Because even when I do this casually, I mean, this is kind of casual, but you know what I mean? Like, even when I'm doing this off-screen, I swear this constantly happens before you find them. There's always, like, on the wrong, like, they're always opposite to you, you know what I mean? But, like, what am I supposed to do? Does going in... Actually, I should check this, because this is a strat in Emerald. Does going in and out, like, move them around? Because it makes the name pop up, but that's because I'm going into the Ruins of Alph, basically. It does make them move, so this one actually might not be a bad idea, too. But I assume when I go in here, they probably also move, so in practice, this isn't actually helping me at all. Yeah. Like, in practice, it's the same problem. Except I just don't see it when they're not on my route. It works in Emerald because I believe when you do an Emerald, they only move when you, like... I think they only move once? I don't remember, though. Actually, it might be that even in Emerald, it's just... They do move twice. Because I remember that people like to do it at Cycling Road. Where you'll just go in and out of the gatehouse. But the reality is that might just be because it's just the fastest way to quickly reset them, and not because it only moves them once. I don't actually know how it works in that game. Dude! And let me guess. I'm up here. Like, the fact that this has happened, like, 5 or 6 times now already is kind of ridiculous. Like, I swear they do this on purpose, even though I don't think that's the case. You can see Entei even moved, like, 2 routes over. Hey, look, they did it again! Truly, like, they're literally both on Route 36. And I'm up here, like a dipshit, every fucking time. It's crazy. I don't know how this happens. Like, I know I keep saying this, but I swear to God, there's nothing in the game that says that they try to avoid the routes like this. It's just pure, unadulterated poor luck. Okay, I'm gonna fly. I'm actually gonna fly to Violet because there's no grass in between. That makes sense to me. There's a couple other spots, like I guess I could also do like Route 30 and 31 too, but like the point is that this is in the middle of the region, so they always kind of tend to like hang out around here. But it does also mean that sometimes it's just like, well, sucks to suck. Whoops. See, like, he could have gone down here at that time, but instead he goes to the Lake of Rage like an asshole. Isn't it fun? I love this stuff. I don't even remember how this works at all, if I even ever knew how this works in Heart Gold, Soul Silver. I know in Heart Gold, Soul Silver, they don't really have any, like, restrictions like they do in this game, so, like, I think they can show up on the water routes. That obviously also leads to the infamous. I think there's somebody did like a meme once where it was like it's Entei frozen sliding on the water, like it's just a frozen block of ice. Entei just like sliding around and he's just on the water too. Like it really is kind of one of those little things that Heart Gold Soul Silver kind of drops the ball on. Because this game they do not do that. They cannot show up on the water routes at all, and obviously if they're frozen or asleep, they just cannot like run away. I wonder, I mean, I'll look first when I encounter one, but after that it'll just be, I don't know, should I hypnosis right away? I guess I should. The problem in my head is, like, if I try to hypnosis them right away, but I start missing. Part of me is like, I could go by X accuracies, but even if I use an X accuracy, I still have at least one turn where Entei or Raikou might just roar before I get to do anything. The X accuracy would set me up for the rest of the fight, but it might be worth it to just YOLO hypnosis at first. You know, if we'll do this for a bit, and if I go for long enough that I end up if I end up deciding to reset with Fly, I'll just go get some X accuracies. I think you can buy them at Olivine? I actually don't remember. You buy them, there's X accuracies in one of the marts, but I could also just go to Goldenrod. Okay, Entei could show up here. He's not a little asshole. Come on, dude! Like, this is crazy. Like, like, when I say it's effective, it's because it's in the middle of the region, because, like, I don't know exactly how it works. Maybe they can, like, loop around. I don't remember how it works, but, like, you can see what I mean. Like, since they have to jump to a nearby route, obviously, if I'm in, like, this middle area, there's always a chance for them to move in here from quite a few spots. But they just keep avoiding me. It's crazy. I think technically, I don't remember how long it takes. If you're in a situation where they keep looping back on you like this, I think you can just... Come on, assholes, really? I think you can just, like, kind of, like, be like, okay, let me just bike back and forth for a bit. Because they're not in the route forever, right? They do move even through time. I just don't remember how long it takes. I don't know I assume it's probably step-based, given how these games tend to be, but I don't know how many steps you need is the problem. Like, Entei's right up there, so I don't want to go down because he could jump down here right away. But, like, how many steps do I need to take to get him to move? Still not enough. Like, it's actually kind of surprising. Do. Oh boy. The annoying part where I'm just going around in circles forever. I don't remember too. So I think in Heart Gold Soul Silver, if you use Mean Look on them, I think it like if you use Mean Look on them and then like it'll basically like cancel out their turn because they use their turn to try to run in that game, I believe. I think that's how that works. So if you use Mean Look on them, it'll basically the turn will be it couldn't run away because it was trapped or whatever, like it failed to flee or like whatever it is. You know what I mean? I don't remember if that happens in this game. Because I know this game has like a quirk where sometimes, you've probably noticed this, but even though Entei and Raikou are obviously way higher level, even if you run into them right away, there's a chance you might still get to attack them or like do something to them because they have Roar, right? Roar has negative priority, so if they choose the move, like they still choose a move, even though they try to run away. So, like, if they pick Roar randomly as their 1 in 4 chance, they'll get negative priority on their running away. Man, it takes a while. I'm actually shocked. I thought they ran away faster than this. Like, really? It's not time-based, is it? Maybe I should have looked this up beforehand. Like, the only thing I know about in particular detail in regards to how they move around is that they obviously only go to like a certain point. They do sometimes still like randomly jump around anywhere. I'm sure you've seen that even just during this session if you've been paying attention. This is kind of annoying though. How long does it take for them to do this? I didn't realize that you got this many steps. Maybe it's just when you encounter them. Maybe there is no restriction on. Am I crazy? Can they not run, like, can they not churn, or whatchamacallit, can they not move to a new route? Until they've, like, you've seen them? Maybe it's encounters, actually. That might make sense. Because Entei is up there right now. What if I just get some encounters? Let me count. There's Stantler. That's my boy. I love Stantler. One of my favorite normal types. I like his whole like thing where the deer scare is like his horn, and also like the fact that he's kind of like he's kind of a good example I was talking about in previous parts where Stantler is kind of a psychic-like Pokemon without actually being a psychic type, because it gets moves like Confuse Ray, Hypnosis, Extrasensory, stuff like that. Ninetales is kind of another one I didn't think of, because Ninetales gets a bunch of, like... If anything, Ninetales is almost like a ghost-like Pokemon, because it gets moves like Grudge and stuff. But I think Ninetales also gets Extrasensory. Like, there's actually... like that was kind of a funny thing with Extrasensory in Gen 3, is I feel like Extrasensory was almost exclusively learned by Pokemon that weren't Psychic types. It was almost like it was the Psychic type move for non-Psychic types, you know what I mean? Like, I know the two Pokemon I know of that can get it are Stantler and Shiftry. I don't remember who else. I think Ninetales gets it later games too, but I don't remember if Ninetales gets it in Gen 3. I don't remember who gets Extrasensory. Like, I know Gen 4 on where they gave it to the Guardians of the Lake. Still no Entei, huh? I want to stay in this corner, because obviously if they move, I don't want to get another encounter and then they move away again. Do you actually have to encounter them? If this is true, I'm learning new things. I wonder if also you can save and reset. I guess that's actually an option too. Although, the thing is, I don't know if saving and resetting would put them... like, would they move around randomly, or would they always avoid the route you're on if you reset? Like, I don't know. Like, they are just refusing to move. I honestly have no idea how this works. I guess we're learning new things. I would have expected it to be encounter-based, but like here's the thing. I swear in the past it's always like, maybe it's only when you're on a route with one of them that it'll like make them move more easily. Oops, I did not want the black apricorn. Screw that noise. I just wanted to talk to Sunny. They're all older than me. Yuck, yuck, yuck. I'm gonna toss this. I'm gonna do this for a little longer. I'm just gonna fill around the grass. And if I'm lucky enough, I don't know if lucky is the right word, but you know what I mean? I want to wait and see if I can make them move. Like, is it really? Are they really just gonna not move? Like, if they can move, this is a ridiculous amount of time to make this work, so I'm gonna save and we're gonna reset. So here I am, la-di-da. I wish there was like a way, like I guess I could do A to Z mode, but the A to Z mode is only really useful once you like actually like catch one of them, because before that, it's actually useful, you know, it's obviously very nice to have them right next to each other, so you don't have to go digging around the Pokedex for too long. That does move them, at least. I don't know how that works, though. I don't know if they just teleport randomly. I would guess that it's just random at that point. But it's definitely starting to get on my nerves that, like, I swear when you want to find them, this just constantly happens. Like, he could move up here right now if he wanted to. I think they can move up to 2 routes away. But I actually am not 100% about that. And the problem is that, like, because it's always like, oh, you know, I'm moving back and forth, you can't, like, if they're on the opposite, like, end from you, like, there's really nothing you can do. That's why I like to fly occasionally, just to, like, mess everything up, because, like, otherwise you really do kind of just get stuck in this loop of just, they never want to show up on this route. Like, right now, they could both move down here to Route 36 when I do this. But I bet you none of them are, because they're assholes. Entei goes east, Raikou goes south. Like, what a bunch of shitheads. Now doing it again. Wait. He moved 2 routes! Like, see what I mean? He didn't even move 2 routes. He moved 1 route, but it was just in the perfect spot. Fuck! This is some of the worst luck I've had in a while for this. Usually, like, even if I do going through like this, eventually I get lucky. This is just nuts. It's like they're actively avoiding me at every step. Like, Raikou can come down here again if he wants to, but he's not going to, is he? Nope, like, sometimes they get stuck in this loop of just, like, constantly going north and south, and it's like, come on, man! And I keep doing this now, too. I keep going the wrong way. Raikou, please, just go... Raikou, just go north 1 goddamn time, you piece of shit! How has he gone south 3 times in a row? And hey, guess where Entei is? He's right fucking above me! Ugh, this is why these guys suck! I just want to encounter them! Like, it's not even just the fleeing, it's the fact that it's like, when you actually want to get them, it's just like, oh my god, they just never show up. Ugh. And like, there's no point in flying to any of them, because when you fly, they move around, like, they can move anywhere. I'll fly and, like, warp them around, I guess, or whatever you want to call it, but, like, god. Like, what would be nice is if there was a way to just move them once. But there just is not, because you cannot do that. And, like, it isn't based on, like, any, like, it's not, like, just when you go to a new area. I think, like, let me see this. If I go into a building here... Like, even just going inside here moves them. But I have to go back and forth. Like, you need... if you wanted to be able to break a loop like this, you would need to specifically like have like a third area I could go to in between. Right? Like this just isn't gonna work. It's gonna happen again. Entei's gonna show up on Route 36 when I'm on 37. And like Raikou, like Entei's basically always gonna be perpendicular to me. Like he's just perfectly in the wrong spot, basically. Like, right now, theoretically, I could go to 31 here, and Entei might show up, but the problem is I have to go through multiple places to do this, so this isn't really gonna work. Like, I guess... Like, see, he's on Route 30, so I can't get to him. Like, what a piece of shit. I cannot believe this just keeps happening. Like, this is insane. Like, theoretically, since I'm only going... Since I'm traveling on odd, like, because they can only show up on the routes, I guess technically speaking, you can kind of go through the different places like this to kind of mess with it. But ultimately, I'm going to end up back in the same spot I was before. I'm going to be on Route 36 here, and they'll show up on 37 potentially. Like, I don't know if there's any actual, like, logic to this, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if there's really anything you can actually do. Because sometimes they can jump multiple areas, and sometimes they can't. And I don't really know what causes that. And it really does just come down to there's no easy way to just make them move. Like, I wish there was. You know what I mean? Like, there's just, like, what do I even... This situation just kind of sucks. Like, it's, like, once again, I look at Raikou. Where is Raikou? Raikou's right over there, so he's going to drop down to the route I'm on currently. And there's nothing I can do to stop that, so I just have to fly again. Like, give me a second here. I'm gonna Google this. I doubt I'll find anything about this, but I might as well look it up and see if anyone has like a decent guide for this, just to see like if anyone has like a better idea of how this works. Yeah, so this is something I do know, and I can mention. So when you first release the beasts, they actually spawn on each of the routes next to Ekritique. So they'll spawn on Route 37, Route 38, and then I think that one to the east is 42? Or is it 40? Yeah, that's 42. So they'll actually spawn on each of these three routes here. One will spawn on 38, one spawns on 37, and one spawns on 42. I don't remember which one is which. And obviously in Crystal, since only... since Suicune doesn't actually roam, only two of them spawn. I think, if I had to guess, I believe it's that Entei spawns on 37, and then Raikou spawns on 38, but it actually might be the opposite, because I feel like people tend to have a habit of finding Raikou on 38, but I think the problem is that when you go, like, when you've gone to 38, they've already, like, moved around. So I don't actually know. Okay, so somebody has a guide here for, like, the best way to do it by flying to Violet City. Let me see here. So it looks like what you want to do is you fly to Violet City, and then there's, like, a certain spot. I guess, you know what? Actually, that does make a lot of sense. Violet City is a city that's surrounded by 3 routes. So if they're on one of the routes, you can just, if they're nearby, like, so basically, what you would do is you would go to Violet City here, or you could probably do this with Ekritique too. So the idea is you fly to Violet City, and then if they're on one of the routes that's near a route, like they're either on one of the routes next to Violet City, or they're on a route that's next to a route that's next to Violet City. You go to that route. You know, I'm gonna try that actually. I think Violet City is a little easier because you can get to the grass faster in every instance. That's probably the recommendation, because like if you go to Ekritique and they show up on Route 42, you have to surf over there and like get like use cut and stuff or whatever. You have to like walk all the way over, and I don't know how it works, but they might disappear by then. So we're gonna try this strategy. I've never tried it like this, but this actually might be a good idea. Hell, arguably I could save scum this too. I could just save and reset. But so the idea is they're on the same fucking route. Those pieces of shit. Theoretically, you could do this with any of the cities that are surrounded by 3 routes. You could do this with actually, it might be not bad. Like the problem is, you want to do it with you'd want to do it with a city that has as little routes in the way as possible, or like gatehouses. And unfortunately, there are no like cities that are like 3-way surrounded by no gatehouses. Unfortunately, there's always one because they have to like reset the tile sets in some cases, or just the sprites or something. Right? There's just not enough to be able to load in everything all at once. But I can at least try this. So I want to, like right now, so I could go south and Entei might show up there if I'm lucky. And Raikou is actually there, so I could go east as well. Or I guess west. But what I can do is I'll go south and check on Entei. I guess I'll check Raikou too, just in case. So Raikou's not, but is Entei here? Nope! Of course. Some things never seem to change. This actually makes... Thinking about this though, this actually does make a lot of sense to do it like this. Because this is basically gaming the system in your favor, right? Like, now I have a chance to do it with Raikou again. Not only is this very likely, but, you know, once again... Like, this actually solves the problem I was having with, But they still keep doing that. That's crazy. At the very least, this is, like, I would say this is faster. It's less just, like, checking the Pokédex and more just, like, seeing, like you just immediately, like, see if, like, you're in a good spot. Like, Raikou could go from there. He could go south twice, but that does not help me at all, unfortunately. Like, I guess you could theoretically do this with any of the routes, but this is probably the best one because it's the closest to... It's the same reason why I was on the routes before, because it's the closest to the center of the region, and the center area is, like, not next to any of, like, the gatehouses, so, like, I can just go, like, west right now, and maybe Raikou will show up, if I'm lucky. And maybe Entei might just randomly warp, for all I know, too. Nope, like, they keep doing that, that's crazy. I've never had this bad luck with these guys before. Like, this is actually nuts. This is gonna be a whole part of me doing nothing but just doing this over and over again. Yeah, once again, that's like the optimally annoying spot because the Entei cannot go down twice, unfortunately. But, you know, at least I don't have to, like, move my fingers as much. Alright, hey, guess what I can do? I can go south. Why? I don't know how, like, I don't know if there is actually anything to this. It's actually crazy. Like, he's gonna go west. Like, how does that keep happening? It's like they get stuck in, like, this weird loop. Raikou could go east, but there's a gatehouse in the way, so I can't... Like, I guess theoretically, what I can do is go up to Violet here. I guess this is the benefit of Violet City. Violet City acts as a little intermediate barrier, but it doesn't matter because he goes fucking to New Bark Town, the asshole. Oh, wait. We can go west, though. Come on, Entei. Help me out here, buddy. Okay, they're actually... Okay, I... There's no way, right? There must actually be something to this. Maybe they can only jump to certain routes from a certain route. Like, maybe they have, like, certain areas they can go to. Because this is uncanny. It's like, this isn't just, like, a one-time thing. They keep doing this over and over and over. I have not been on the same route as them a single time. They always jump to the other route. There has to be something I'm missing here. Like, according to my map here... I mean, this guy does not say... there's anything like... that, like, there's anything like that. Is it really just that bad of luck? Like, am I actually just that unlucky? I mean, they say that, but looking at this, maybe I'm not. This guide is actually, like, this guide basically tells you exactly where to go if they're in certain spots. And it's saying that if Entei or Riker is in this spot right there, where they are, like, to the east of Violet, you should actually go east. Because you'll go through that gatehouse twice. They don't say to go west. Even though they could jump to that route, theoretically, but it says that apparently maybe they can't. I could also just go south again, but I'm actually going to try this, because I haven't done it yet. Like, why not? Oh my freaking god! It actually bloody worked, okay. Putting on my bloody repel. We got Gengar in front, thank god. Okay. Come on, Entei. Thank god! At least I got an encounter, okay? Now, mean look. Don't roar me away, please. Let's see. Let's learn. There you go. So, you know what? I shouldn't even mean look then. I just need to... That is so my fucking luck. After all that, I roll the 1 in 4 chance he just immediately roars me away, and I'm just fucked. Well, okay, where's Entei right now? He's there, so theoretically if I just... No, if I go... Even if I go west right now, he'll move 3 times, because I have to go through the gatehouse twice, and then through Violet. Ugh! What a ball buster. Okay, I need to get X accuracies then. I forget where, but I might as well just go to Goldenrod. Like, here's the thing. If I use Mean Look, I have essentially a 25% chance he roars me away. If I use Hypnosis, I have a 40% chance to miss, and he roars, and like he just runs. So, it is like the reality is that, as you know, bad luck as that is, like that is the right option. Like, the only advantage to hypnosising is that if I succeed at hypnosising it, it can't possibly run away. Right? I'll get at least 1 turn to Mean Look, and then I get to X Actress or whatever. Like, I get more time to do stuff. If I Mean Look, I still have to hit another Hypnosis, potentially. It's just reduced odds that he's gonna roar me, compared to just running away. But, like, the reality is that there is no foolproof plan. The only foolproof plan is to have a perfect Sporer, which you can't at level 40, because there's no way Parasect would be fast enough, unfortunately. Like, Jumpluff can use Sleep Powder, obviously, and it's fast, but even Sleep Powder is still only 75%. This is definitely probably one big advantage to Gen 4 is that in Gen 4 you can have Pokemon that are immune to roar. You know, namely Pokemon with soundproof like Mr. Mime. Unfortunately, I don't think Mr. Mime can learn Hypnosis in that game, so I don't know if that even really helps either, but... Not that it would matter, because they can just run away. You need something with soundproof and a trapping move. Let me look at this guide here. So, where he is right now is actually bad. There's nothing I can do to... Yeah, that's actually exactly right. So I just have to fly again. Whoop-de-doo. Did I save? Man, I actually can't believe I finally got an encounter with them. And then they just fucking got the 1 in 4 to roar me instantly again. And the problem is, even after everything is all said and done, they can just wake up and roar me. Like, there is no foolproof option, because they can always just wake up and roar you. Like, you can stall them out for a while, but it's just bad luck, basically. So, if Raikou's here, I can go west, and he might jump up there. And if Entei is there, then I guess we're going west. Maybe Raikou will give me better luck. I guess we'll find out. Hopefully he doesn't go south. Hooray! So I guess this strategy must be at least decent, because I'm getting pretty lucky with this. Alright, come on, boy. Let me just double check. Trash is in front. Like, I haven't swapped at all, but you never know. God, like, the feeling of fighting one of these guys randomly is so good, though. Like, just the immediate spike of the song. Like, how many people got freaking, like, just, like, massive, like, blood pressure rising from this? Just hearing this song pop up. Because this is the first legendary encounter theme of... Fuck off! Ooh! That is unbelievable! I must be the unluckiest person in the world. I have made 0 progress in like a fucking hour of recording. Like, that is actually fucking insane. So what is that? 2 1 in 4 chances. So that's like 1 in 16? After all this shit? I'm gonna do this right now, by the way, so I don't have to tune this anymore. Because thankfully it actually remembers that. That's a nice little thing with Gen 2, is it remembers your radio. But god fucking damn it, like, really? Like, god damn it, man. That is just, like, so, like, unbelievably annoying. Like, and, like, here, and, like I'm saying, it is absolutely 100% the answer to Mean Look. I am more likely to Mean Look and then have it not roar than to Hypnosis and hit. Right? Hypnosis can just miss. Like, the only advantage to Hypnosising is that if I hit Hypnosis, I already know that it's not running. But I can just miss. Fuck. Yeah. So if Entei's there, I should just go east and it might show up. If Raikou's there, I should go south. But I feel like finding Raikou first. I only need to get one of them, right? Keep that in mind. Once I get one of them, I can just throw a Master Ball at the other one and it's all good. There we go. At least I'm getting... Apparently this strategy works way better than I thought it did. Wow. As soon as I started this strat, it's like I've been finding them very consistently, actually. So, a 1 in 16. So if I get roared again, that's a 1 in 64. Game Freak was on some shit in this game. Every legendary encounter in this game is like so much harder than in future games. Like every legendary has bloody whatchamacallit. They all have. I'm just gonna Nightshade for now because I just want to make progress on damaging him. I want to get him down to at least red bar or something. I guess I'll X accuracy. I'm glad I got the Nightshade at one time, so as long as it doesn't wake up and roar me instantly, I can at least put it to sleep again. Okay, and that shouldn't die to Nightshade, surely not. And it's actually pretty nice because Entei has a lot of HP, so it like really tanks the Nightshades, as it were. Raikou might not. I might not be able to red bar it with Nightshade. Which, now that I have Entei at red health, I should probably just focus on Entei. But the thing is that, you know, it's not always that easy, right? Sometimes I just get unlucky. Theoretically, if I had like a higher level Pokemon, if I could get to level 80, that makes it easier. But like, God, if you're at level 80, like at that point, what does it even matter? So every time it wakes up, I just can get 1 in 4 for it to roar me. I'm glad I at least already have it at red bar in now, though. That's great. Yes! Oh! Okay. This brawny Pokemon courses around the earth. Yee! Let's fucking go! Like, they gave, like, it really is crazy. They introduced roamers, and then in the same game, they gave them roar. Like, they were on some shit. Like, Game Freak, back in the day, they knew how to make the legendaries just an absolute bitch to catch. Like, I'm not even sure, like, I would actually argue that it's probably harder in this game, even though you can properly paralyze them at sleep, but you don't have any, like, good balls for them. You just have to chuck ultras. Like, if you get them to full, like, I guess if you get them to, if you really want to catch them, you can just, you know, get to level 80 and you'll at least have, actually, is double their level more than a 2 times catch rate, or is it just 2 times catch rate? Because I believe if you get to 4 times their level, you get an 8 times catch rate. I don't remember exactly, like, how much it benefits. But, like obviously in Heart Gold Soul Silver, you have Dusk Balls. You can also just Quick Ball if you really feel like it. Because the roamers offer a sort of unique situation in that game where you can get them to, like, you can get them to, obviously, to, like, 1 HP with False Swipe, put them to sleep, and then you can re-encounter them in the wild, and they're at 1 HP asleep, and you can throw a Quick Ball at them, which is obviously unique to them. Because there's never been a game since where that was actually, like, realistically an option. Or, I shouldn't say since, because you can obviously do that in Platinum, too, with those roamers. I think Diamond Pearl, too, but... Alright, so now we just have to fly back and forth over and over again, and if I get an encounter with Raikou, I don't even have to do this crap. I can just throw my, oops, why did I do that? Just throw my ball. Okay, so if Raikou is there, unfortunately there's nothing I can do about that. Because that is like, I guess, yeah, this is the benefit. There's nothing I can do from him there. Because I always have to move at least 2 spots. It is at least nice to be able to just focus on Raikou now, though. I'm gonna keep Gengar. Like, I'm not gonna bother changing my party yet because, like, it's still obviously gonna be useful to repel. But I don't actually need Gengar anymore. I'm glad I trained up Gengar because, man, that would have been so much more annoying without having Gengar. Like, other options are Crobat can get Mean Look, and I think Crobat gets Hypnosis as an egg move. I'm not sure, but Crobat obviously is like gets a bunch of like the big thing is Crobat's really fast, so you don't even need to really like bother with like throwing Carbos onto it. Aw, man! This is what I mean, though. Like, how did he do that? This son of a bitch. Like, perfectly snaked around me. It's crazy that I got lucky a bunch of times in a row there. And now it's just gonna be Raikou, like, blue balling me again. For a while. If he's up there, I can go... I can actually try to go to Route 37 and see if he shows up, basically. If he jumps, he jumps. Because he can jump twice to get to 37 from there, so if I'm lucky, he'll be here. Damn. I'm glad I took the time to look at this list. Because this is awesome, actually. Like, A plus to this guy's list for this. Like, this is awesome. Because you don't have to worry about, like, the doing the runabout where... I'm just, like, closing everything on my phone here. You don't have to worry about doing the runabout where it's just, like, they just constantly, like, go around you. I just have to wait till he's in exactly the right spots. By the way, we are not doing Tin Tower this part if I do manage to get Raikou. I might actually end it here, because getting one of them is already, like, kind of nice. So if he's there, I can go south. Hey, there we go. Do, boo. I don't even know if the march helps. Like I said, I could just be... It might not actually do anything. Because I think like, I know it increases your encounter rate, but I don't know if that affects the special roamer encounters at all. Hey, Raikou, guess what I'm gonna do? Like, Lugia and Ho-Oh are not easy to catch in this game, so it might be tempting to use a Master Ball on them, but, like, let's be real. And for some reason, only in this game, the Master Ball has like, a special little animation when you use it. I'm not sure why they never brought anything fancy like that back. I love that little, like, effect. We're gonna go with woo! Heck yeah. And before we end things here, I'm gonna do one last thing. We're gonna go find Eugene. We're gonna show him our dogs, our cats, our hamsters, and our parrots. And he's gonna be real happy. I'm happy too. This ended up going much better than I expected. The first, like, 40 minutes of this part was a train wreck, but you know what? The only thing that matters is I got them. Hell yeah. Do 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 boo da boop do. Where do you suppose this train actually is? Do you think it's like the idea is that it's supposed to be underground? Because I feel like in Heart Gold Soul Silver they make it look like it's above ground because you can eventually see the train tracks above the ground on some of the routes. But the problem is you can only see it above ground on some of the routes, right? You can't see it above ground on Route 30 anywhere. Or 31, but you can see it above ground on like 32. Which feels like they kind of like dropped the ball on that. I'll be seeing you much. I guess I kind of forgot to talk to him with only one of the beasts because he has something different to say about that, but that's fine. I mean, it's probably on Bubblepedia anyways. Alright. I'm actually going to put Gengar in that box because, like, why not? He deserves to be put in the box with the legendaries. What a guy this Gengar is. You deserve it, homie. I put a lot of work into you. Yi and Woo. Hell yeah. Alright. Oops. Okay, I have to go back to my box here. There you go. There's where all my guys are. They're just in the box over there. Just move them all over. We're not going to do Ho-Oh this part, but I might as well go to Tin Tower and talk to the guys. Who should I lead for Ho-Oh? Ho-Oh's level 60. Same with Lugia. Fun fact about that is that it's likely that the reason why they're level 60, not level 70, is actually because it's basically, it's done like that to fix the what the heck was that? Oh, that's the dog scratching at the door. I stopped talking there for a second because that spooked me. I was like, what's that scratching? So there's a bug with I don't even know if we call it a bug, more just like a limitation of how they have it set up. The Pokeseer lady in Cianwood, right? She'll tell you what level you met your Pokemon at. But the thing is that I believe the level, like the level met data only actually, it's like a quarter of a byte or whatever it is. It only goes from 0 to 63. So if your Pokemon is actually above that, it'll like wrap around essentially. And so instead of like trying to, like, they didn't want to like, I guess, incorporate more, like they didn't want to bother like changing that in any way, so they just made it so Ho and Lugia is 60. And that's why none of the Pokemon you can catch are above that level. There are no level 70s. For specifically that reason. Presumably. Because they didn't want to fix it. Maybe it's because, like, why bother trying to fix it, but, like, you know. I like how these guys have moved again. Ho appears to have descended upon this, the Tin Tower. I believe you are being tested. Free your mind for uncertainty and advance. This will protect you. Take it. And it gives you the Rainbow Wing. Now go, and then they open the way to the stairs. The Rainbow Wing in this game is kind of pointless. Like, you actually do specifically still need it to see Ho-Oh. Like, if for some reason you decide to put this in the PC, you can't encounter Ho-Oh, even if you get to the top now. But, like, they give it to you, and then the stairs open. So it's not like there's really any point. It's just kind of one of those, like, little, like, legacy things from the, you know, gold and silver games. Anyways, we're gonna save here. How many balls do I have? 34 is pretty good. We'll leave Hitmonlee in front. I'll probably just do what I did with Suicune. I'll just Ice Punch with Jinx until I get lucky and do something. But otherwise, you know, that'll be it for this part. Woof! This actually went so well. I'm reiterating, like, man, like the beast can just be a nightmare, truly. Especially if you don't go in with, like, a good Pokemon. Like, if you don't build something for them, if you're just going with your party and just, like, whittling them down, it's just, like, you get one ball toss per encounter. It just sucks. But, I digress. See you guys later.